How's it going today, folks? Shark Bite here on the YouTube channel. Standing here with the great Scott Stokely. Man, this guy has been amazing. All the stuff I've read about him, everything I've heard about him has been amazing. Great distance thrower. Been doing this for how many years now?
46 now.
40?
No, 47 now.
47
officially.
years. Wow. So you started, how old were you when you started?
I was 7 years old. It was 1976. I played my first round of Frisbee golf on the world's first permanent Frisbee golf course when it was the only course in the entire world. So actually, I started at the beginning.
Woo, that is crazy to think about. So you played with some of the greats out there, right? Some of the original players that were pretty
Basically,
big names.
all of them. Yeah.
Wow, that's insane to think about that stuff. And it's crazy to think about that you've been doing that for so many years. Has there been any downfalls in your kind of career since you've been doing it? Has there been anything you kind of regret, anything that you looked up to that's made you really, think back about it?
Yeah, I've left the sport twice. And whenever I've left, my life's gone poorly. Just to put it lightly, I'm not good when I'm away from the sport. I'm best when I'm in the sport.
Your Wikipedia defines you as a showman and a really good person and, kind of arrogant a little bit, like they put on the Wikipedia page. It actually does say that. It does say that. On the
It does say
Wikipedia page.
arrogant?
Yeah, it does say arrogant a little bit, but you don't seem like that way. As far as playing the sport,
That's funny.
what was your greatest moment in the sport?
I mean, like my greatest accomplishment in the sport. Probably as a player, probably setting the world distance record backhand, and then setting the world distance record sidearm, and then resetting the world distance record backhand. I've been a distance thrower my whole life, so the idea of the world record meant that nobody in the history of Earth has done this thing better, and so that was always kind of it was a huge goal of mine for years. So.
That's pretty freaking crazy and amazing. I've actually love that idea that you've actually been in disc golf for so long that you've got to see so much of a change as well. What are some of the biggest changes you've seen in disc golf since you've actually started?
Well, everything basically. There's not a single thing that hasn't changed and evolved. Virtually everything's got better. It's not like back in my day it was better. Like in every measurable way. Nearly, not everyone, but in almost every way, sport's better than it's ever been. It's healthy, it's strong. Probably the biggest change would just be the cultural acceptance. It used to be like no one knew what we did. Like you might not even tell your spouse what you were doing on the weekend because they wouldn't understand why you were going out to play frisbee in the park with a bunch of other grown-ups. No, it's true. And you try to get a course in the ground, the neighbor showed up with pitchforks and torches to try to keep you out because they didn't want frisbee golfers here.
Really? So it was a big issue in the beginning for people to have disc golf thrown around. Was it the idea of them ending up in their yards, hitting houses, children? What was the real issue with this? Find out?
So, no, yeah, sure, a lot of reasons. One is because the sport had always been counterculture. It's borderline mainstream now, but for the longest time it was, like in the early days, it was a hippie sport, but traditionally it had always been a blue-collar sport. And you have a neighborhood with the suburbs, and then you have people in the blue-collar world that want to come hang out in the park, maybe party a little bit, especially in the early days. There was pushback. There's always pushback against anything new. There's certainly always going to be pushback against change, meaning, I've been walking my dog in this park for 20 years, and I have the whole park to myself. And it's like, well, we want to put a disc golf course in. Well, no, that's going to interfere with my walking of my dog. And it's like, yeah, but 250 people are going to get to enjoy this. Well, it's not one. This is, I'm arguing back with myself. But that was kind of the debate where we, for a while, that person who walked the dog in the park had more pull than 250 disc golfers. Now, parks contact manufacturers to try to get it. They want the they know they bring up families that make these fans good for the environment. And ironically, disc golf is rent rack. Like, if you're playing disc golf and using this piece of land, it keeps out people that might want to otherwise do other things. So that's complete contradiction.
Well, I started disc golf over a year and 2 months ago, and when I started disc golf, it actually saved my life. I was on a really far downslide, going through some dark places, some dark changes, and when I found this sport, it changed me in a way that made me feel more happy, more free, and I get out here and feel more healthier when playing it. I'm not some of the biggest arms like they are out here, but in the year and a half I'm playing, I've gone from throwing 50 feet to over 300 feet. now. So I mean,
Nice.
it's kind of nice to be able to up there. But I mean, you can throw far as far can be, and
A
you
little
throw.
farther.
What kind of speed do you really throw at?
Actually, ironically, I just set the Texas world sidearm speed record sidearm at 86.2 miles per hour. I've thrown a golf disc, a max weight golf disc backhand 91 miles an hour. I actually did that one on ESPN, so or ESPN2. It was the first golf disc ever thrown on ESPN2, which is my speed record. But that was in 1998, so a long time ago.
Yeah, that is amazing. And currently, right now, we're at Woodward Park here in Fresno, and you are here to do a clinic today, which is going to be very awesome. What your clinics, you do them all over America, or is it basically anywhere? Is it California? Where do you do your clinics at?
No, I've done more than 600 clinics in 26 countries.
Wow.
So yeah, this is I kept count up until 500, and I've kind of lost count after 500, but I know it's over 600, but I don't know the exact number. But yeah, no, I mean all over the world. I mean I'll be come October I'll be heading out of the country again. I'll be hopefully in South America. I mean it's in disc golf.
That is really awesome. I've been watching some videos from over there on that side too as well. They are really having fun with disc golf finding out. You got some discs in your hand as well too. What kind of discs are you bringing with you today?
Okay, so I manufacture golf discs now. It's my ulterior motive for coming out here. But I know, it's promotion, it's business, and I so I have two discs. I have an overseas mid-range called the Cardinal. I have a straight flight putter called the Wren. Company called Stokely discs. We have two new discs just got approved by the PDK, the Owl. And if you post this tomorrow, this will be the first public mention of the Owl in the sport. So if you get to it, you'll actually get the scoop on the story. But the Owl's coming out next, followed by the Finch. And then we have a bunch of others.
You hear that right here, folks, the Owl. Keep your eye out for that disc coming out right there. It's StokelyDisc.com.
Yep.
We'll have the websites and everything down in the description below when you check it all out and stuff like that. I definitely appreciate being with you today. And thank you so much. Again, Scott Stokely here, folks, the distance thrower and an amazing person after all. I am Shark Bite. Have yourself a wonderful day out there.